Hi everyone, I'm Rubeena Ibrahim, your cakeist. Today I'm going to show you how to make a rich fruit tart. So one is going to be the tart shell and then the next is going to be the tart filling. For these two recipes I'll be using the AlBaker patent flour, all-purpose one. So this is going to help me to achieve a very soft and flaky pastry shell. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the pastry shell, the dough for it. So for that, I have taken here flour, the AlBaker patent flour. I'm going to add in some icing sugar. And first, I'm going to mix these two together. Here I have got some butter. My butter is cold, but it's still soft to the touch. I'm going to rub in the butter so that all the flour molecules will be coated with this butter. And when you press it with your hand, it will hold its shape like this. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add half of a beaten egg. Now here I have got some ice cold water. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon at a time to make it a soft dough. You're not going to knead the dough because the more you knead, you're going to activate the gluten. So here I'm just trying to make a soft ball. The moment all your flour has got into combined well, and if you can make a nice soft ball, then that's it. All got combined well. The dough is crumbly. It's like a cookie dough. You see, it should come like this. Now I'm going to cling wrap this and put it in the fridge for it to settle. So now we are going to make the filling. This is going to be a very rich fruit filling. So now first we need to cream the butter and sugar. So here's my butter. And I have taken here brown sugar. You can even use jaggery instead of brown sugar. Now to this I'm going to add 2.5 eggs. 2.5 large eggs. So now here I have the semolina, I have the AlBaker patent flour and the cashew nuts. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add the flour into the roasted semolina. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Now to this, I'm going to add the chopped cashew nuts. And we're going to keep this ready for our next step. So here I have some lime rind. I'm going to add this also to the sugar and egg mixture. I've taken some dates and candied ginger, glazed cherries and sultanas, black raisins and pumpkin preserves. So I'm going to chop these into a fine chopped mixture. Now I'm going to add this, the cashew, the flour and the semolina mixture into the fruits. So here I have got my fruits all chopped. It's all chopped, so let me just mix it well. The flour and the semolina mixture. and toss these fruits with the flour and the semolina. Here I'll be using some cinnamon powder, half a teaspoon. Allspice I'll be using just quarter teaspoon. Okay, just mix them up well. Then using a rubber spatula, I'm just going to give it a good mix. So it's going to look like this. A nice runny, yet a nice good mix. To this, I'm going to use vanilla essence. I'll be using half a teaspoon of vanilla, half a teaspoon of almond essence, and then I have rose water. I'm not using rose essence, this is rose water. I'll be using half a tablespoon of rose water. Give it a good mix. Now we're going to leave this aside until we make the tart shells. So here I took out my tart crust and I'm going to use a tart pan. So I have greased it with butter. Now grease it up to the rim. Now you can either use the fluted side or you can use the sharp normal plain side. So now we have these tart shells here ready. I'm going to gently press it in. So I'm going to use a spoon just to get a proper measurement. I think 1 spoon would be more than enough for 1 tart. So just to make it really pretty, I'm going to cut some glazed cherries, half it, and I'm going to keep it on the top. So here's my pretty fruit tarts. I'm going to bake it on 180 for 30 to 35 minutes. Tart straight from the oven. I have to carefully slant these tarts so that it will release the steam. So now you can take some icing sugar and you can just dust it over the tarts.